Okay, so I'm going to try this stream of consciousness thing, but in order to do that, you need to be first what? Conscious. Okay. Second, you need to be near a stream. Well, there's no stream here, but I can be streaming, right? So, okay. So I can be consciously streaming about the stream of consciousness. Not near a stream, but maybe looking for a stream. So, what we have here is consciousness streaming. Consciousness could be a very applicable and related to a stream because why? Because what? Because the stream flows. And consciousness flows. Okay. So we don't want to interrupt the flow, pretty much. Kind of like going pee in the morning. You don't want to interrupt the flow. Okay? And you must be what? Conscious. Of what? Your stream. And where? In the bathroom. And doing what? And peeing. Okay. So, and I didn't go out last night for New Year's Eve. So my pee was clear. Let's just get that clear. So don't interrupt my stream of consciousness. Okay? Keep the flow going, whether it's clear or yellow. Anyway, thoughts can be clear, but thoughts can't be yellow. Unless you're in China, then your thoughts can be yellow. Just saying. And there's streams in China. I'm conscious of that. Okay, so things are flowing. So, a stream of consciousness can be flowing anywhere, in any country, any state, whether it's raining, dry, or a riverbed. And by the way, did you ever sleep in a river? Rivers don't have beds. Why do they call it a riverbed? That's what I want to know. Okay? The river flows like a stream, but it's bigger than a stream, but it flows. With a bed in it or not. But I've never slept in a stream, or I've never slept in a river. So the riverbed concept is very strange. I don't know who invented a riverbed or a flower bed. You can sleep in a flower bed. You might be sleeping permanently underneath a flower bed at some point. But you want to avoid that at all costs. I like flowers. I like flower beds. I just don't like to sleep with flowers or on top of a flower bed. Well, actually, I would prefer to sleep on top of a flower bed than not beneath a flower bed. I'm just saying. So, the point is make your bed, okay? Anyway, maybe by a stream. So the stream of consciousness, it's streaming, it's conscious of itself. But is the consciousness conscious of itself streaming? Probably. So, it's 2017. I think I'm aware of that, streaming or not. And things are flowing. Well, they were flowing a little while ago in the restroom. So I took a shower, by the way. I didn't take a bath. So I was having some consciousness about having streams of thought while taking a shower. And the shower was what? Streaming. Very good. So, water's wet. We know that. Rivers are what? Wet. We know that. Streams are what? Wet. We know that. Unless they're frozen. Ooh. So, if a stream is frozen and it can't flow, ooh. Stream of consciousness is like slowing down, becoming cold and like frozen. That's not good. So, could you have consciousness near a frozen stream? If your consciousness is not frozen, yes. If you're not frozen, yes. So the key thing is what? Not to be frozen. Not to be near a frozen stream. And to keep on flowing. That is the whole point of stream of consciousness. Keep it flowing, keep it going, keep it moving. So, what about an ocean? It's bigger than a stream. We know that. We know that much about the oceans. We're still discovering new things about the ocean, kind of like our consciousness. We're discovering new things all the time. It's like what? It's deep. Like what? The ocean. Okay. So we know that the ocean's deep. It's big, bigger than a river, bigger than a stream. And by the way, they don't call it an ocean bed. They just call river beds. Ocean beds, they don't call ocean beds. There's no such thing as an ocean bed. Anyway, the ocean's big, it's deep. Kind of like consciousness in general. How deep? Deep. Okay, so oceans flow. Yes, they have currents. Kind of like streams and rivers, but just bigger. So we know that oceans have currents. We don't know, well, we know that brain has waves. So there we go. It's flowing. It's happening. Yeah, I slept well last night, you can tell. So, if we have ocean currents and brain waves, that's very interesting. There's brain waves in people. Your brain has a wave. Not sure how big of a wave, if it's breaking or it's glassy, or breaking and glassy, but brains have waves. Can you surf them? Yes. How? Because you surf the net. Using what? Your consciousness. Ha! So, yes, indeed, you can in fact surf the net using your consciousness and your brain waves. All connected, all the time, on the intra what? Net. Connected. Very good. So we determined that people have brain waves, hopefully. They could be big waves. They could be breaking waves. Waves do break. Ouch. Hate that when that happens. I hate that when waves break. Very painful. Especially when it breaks on your brain. Anyway, so there's brain waves and ocean currents. Very interesting. And electrical stimulation is happening in the brain, meaning there's current in the brain. Now, if you took your brain for a swim or caught a wave, that'd be like, wow. That'd be the double whammy. Using your brain waves to catch a wave in the ocean of current. How deep is that? Pretty deep. Unless you're on top of the wave, then that's not so deep. If you're in a pool, do you want to swim in the deep end or the shallow end? It depends on your thought. How deep do you want to go? 6 feet? 12 feet? So, anyway, water is everywhere. Rivers, streams, pools, oceans. In fact, most of the earth is covered by water. We're made up mostly of water. There's a correlation there. There's waterfalls. So water does actually fall. It just doesn't stream and flow. So apparently water flows and it falls. So does that mean in the stream of consciousness thinking, that noisy, that thoughts fall? If you fell down while you're thinking, yes. If you fell down while you're actually thinking about something, or you fell down while you're thinking about stream of consciousness, that means that thoughts fall. So yes, thoughts can be dangerous and they can make you fall. So don't do that. So if we're comprised mostly of water, unless you drink milk, unless you're like lactose intolerant, then you should not be drinking milk. You should be drinking water. Because we're mostly comprised of water. So we need water to keep things what? Flowing. Very good. So the more water you drink, the more you gotta pee. The more you gotta flow, then you're like in the stream of what? Of thinking, of consciousness. What if you're like 35,000 feet up in a jet and you're having a stream of consciousness? You'd be where? In the jet stream, of course. Now what if you were traveling south in the jet while having an epiphany of a stream of consciousness? You'd be where? In the jet stream? Where? In the Gulf Stream. Very good. Okay. What if you wanted to like take a break? I'm not worried about this thinking and stream of consciousness. You want to go like fields and stream and go fishing. And where? The stream. You can't get away from the word stream. I'm just saying. Streaming, whether it's on the internet, in nature, in your thought process, it's all a process. It's always flowing. It's a stream of consciousness. I've never actually seen a stream of consciousness. That would be thought-provoking. I can see waterfalls, I can see a stream. You actually can't see thoughts. So this is a very interesting concept. We can't see thoughts, but we know we have them and we know they're there. And we know that they're flowing, usually, unless they're stopped. So the key point is never having your brain or your consciousness stopped from having what? Flow. And by the way, I like flow. I know of flow. She thought, and she was nice. I like flow. Anyway, flow is good. So anyway, where is all this leading to? Well, it's leading to where? A body. And we're mostly comprised of what? Water. And we're a body. And we like to be near what? Bodies of water. Why is that? See, there's a correlation. I'm telling you, it's all about the water. But what if you like coffee? Well, caffeine helps stimulate the consciousness streaming process. So apparently, coffee needs what? Water. Very good. So apparently, with coffee and caffeine, you need what? Water. To make what? The coffee. To induce what? Stream of consciousness thinking. Very good. So, we are actually literally unitary bodies of water walking around a big body of water. And we like bodies of water. If we're male, and we're composed of water, we're usually seeking what? Female bodies of water. Well, that's interesting. So if you're in the act of procreation and there's two bodies of water in the act of procreation, and they're procreating near a stream or a body of water, they're creating what? More bodies of water. Why, of course. Why didn't I think of that? I just thought of that, didn't I? Yes, okay. So we have bodies of water connected to other bodies of water, which are people, correct? We're mostly comprised of water. Okay, good. Hang on, follow me here. So I'm walking through some muddy water here, by the way. This is muddy water. Okay, so the point I'm trying to get across is there's bodies of water. We're all bodies of water. We're connected to water. The globe is one big body of water. Well, it's not actually a body of water. It's a planet of water. It's a globe of water. So maybe the globe is one big interconnected stream of consciousness thing. And maybe the planet's thinking of itself and streaming itself through thought, through everyone all at the same time, interconnected. So how about we're all interconnected through what? Caffeine. Most people like coffee. Water. We all like water. Nature. And water. And consciousness. So, where do you want to go if you want to explore the subconscious? You go underwater, of course. Silly. So, that's how you ascertain and obtain and, not detain, but obtain the subconscious. You go where? Underwater. Just want you to be conscious of that fact. That's where you go. Streams of consciousness can lead to some pretty interesting places interior. Yes, okay. So, what about the unconscious? Well, the unconscious goes where? It doesn't go anywhere because it's not conscious of itself. Silly. So, if you're unconscious, that means the water stopped flowing. Things have stopped flowing, they've stopped moving. You're unconscious of the fact that you're not flowing and not moving, which is not good. So you'd rather be probably somewhere in the conscious mode or the subconscious mode, but never the unconscious mode. The superconscious, I don't know about that. I have not explored that territory yet. I'm still kind of between the subconscious and the conscious mode. But in any case, we all like water. It's good to be above water and stay above water as much as possible, and not let those thoughts sink. So swimming's a good thing. Swimming's a very good thing. Can you swim in your thoughts? That's some deep thinking there. It's deep thought. No, I don't think you can swim in your thoughts. Anyway, this is what happens when you've been locked up and didn't go anywhere on New Year's Eve and didn't partake of any alcohol, and you're conscious of the fact that we're now in 2017, even though it doesn't feel like it, and we're exploring the unknown, which is pretty much what stream of consciousness is. So once you know more about that, let me know. Share your thoughts and feelings, preferably by a body of water, next to someone else who's pondering the same things. And I have a really great idea. Let's all go skinny dipping.